Hey y'all, what's going on? It's Monday. How is everybody? All right. Get my notes. Hey Elizabeth, how you doing? Hey Nicola, I'm doing good. How are you? Well, I hope you guys had a good weekend. How is everybody doing from the video release in Memphis? Are you guys okay? Hey Miss Olivia, hope you hugged your boys. Okay. Whew. All right. I'm trying to look to make to see what I am going to go over first. Hey, Miss Gail. Yes, you can. Absolutely. You can send it. Hey, Shantae. What's going on, Miss Gemini? All right. Well, thank y'all for being here. Y'all know Dwight gonna be on here soon telling me it's 8 o'clock to get off. So I knew it. Hey, Dwight. So I wanted to make sure that I go ahead on and get started because he's keeping me on this time clock. All right. So I'm gonna just run through a couple things. As always, please drop your questions. If you guys were not here, I did do a live on Wednesday on TikTok. For some reason, it did not connect so well on YouTube, but I will be posting it on YouTube so you guys can go back and watch that. We were on for 2 hours and we talked about a lot of stuff, especially a lot of stuff with bankruptcy. Okay. Hey, Earth Blue. All right. So I'm gonna just go down the list and y'all can stop me pretty much at any time. So y'all know we're in that second week of tax season. And I'm just basically just gonna run down some stuff that I've been seeing. Just to make sure that you guys are keeping up. First of all, first and foremost, I don't know how some of you guys with children are forgetting the PATH Act, okay? But there is a PATH Act. I know a lot of people are rushing to do their taxes. They are rushing to get their refund, but you are forgetting that if you have a child, you claim the dependent, okay? You will not get your refund until after February 15th. Okay, they're saying the middle of February. February 15th is about when we're expecting them to release it. Some of you may experience getting your check earlier. It was like that last year. Some people got their check first week in December. Okay, so I'm just letting you guys know. Hey, Jessica. Hey, Earth Blue. I'm on TikTok right now. So but February 15th is the date. I'm letting everybody know so that you can expect it. I know a lot of people are looking up their transcripts already. Y'all got to hold up a second, all right, before y'all run the IRS crazy. First, I don't know if y'all saw my video. I put 2 new TikTok videos up. It's on Instagram and Facebook. I got a little hack. So if y'all are trying to get through to the IRS, I got a little way in. Okay, you got to hit a couple buttons, but it'll get you to them quickly. Okay, I did it 3 times a day. Why? Because every time I was doing it, I wasn't paying attention and forgot. So I got through 3 times very quickly. And ended up not being prepared and they hung up. But I did get through. So it is tested, tried, and true. And the video is up. So please make sure y'all get that and share it with somebody because y'all know good and well they're going to be needing to get through to the IRS this tax season. Another thing, if this is your first time here, please follow and follow me on all my pages, okay? Especially my YouTube page because that's where I make the longer videos since I don't like to post long videos on TikTok because people's attention span ain't that long on there, okay? But but YouTube, y'all already know what's the deal, all right? So we already talked about the PATH Act. So if you got kids coming, please do not rush out there to go and look for your check because it is not going to be there. Hey, Keisha. Nicola Wood says she is waiting on last year's refund. I'm glad you brought that up. So I'm letting you guys know if you are waiting on last year's refund, or if you got last year's refund late, please be expecting to get a 1099 interest form from the IRS where they're going to have paid you interest. Okay, so if you get your check late or you've already gotten it and it was after tax season closed, you probably got paid some interest. You probably didn't even notice it because it might have not been that much. But you will get a 1099 interest form. So please make sure that you are looking out for that and put it in, guys. Do not act like you didn't get it and don't put it in, all right? So let me tell y'all something I learned today from the IRS. Say that you did your taxes and you realize you messed up on the bank number, Okay, say everything else is right, but maybe your banking information is wrong, or maybe you realize you put one of the numbers in your address wrong. You do not need to amend it. Okay, now the IRS has wonderful ideas and plans that they're going to do, but they have not implemented all of that stuff yet. So let me tell you what happens if you amend. You automatically take yourself out of the pile that the new people are in. And now you're going to be in the I have to wait for a very long time pile. Okay. So if you realize that you make a mistake, all you need to do is pick up the phone and call them, and they can correct it over the phone. Now, it may take 2 days for them to see your return in the system where they can actually make changes. But this has come from their mouth, okay? They prefer you call so they can make the change. Or if you realize something is wrong, say, for example, the banking information is wrong, you can call them and tell them that you do not want to have your check direct deposited because you put the wrong information. You can say, I request a paper check, and they will change that. If you do an amendment, you have to wait the 12 weeks to 20 weeks or however long it takes them to do it. All right. So I would tell you, if you realize you made a mistake, and this even happens with your tax preparer, if they made a mistake, tell them don't fix it. Call first. Use that hack number I gave y'all. Okay. This is how I was able to get through so quick 3 times. Okay. Use those digits I gave you and fix it so that you do not have to amend your taxes, because they have not changed the process. If you do an amendment, you're already going to be in the I'm not getting my tax return until late pile. Okay. So if y'all don't understand that, please let me know so I can repeat. I do know I talk fast. Hey, Big Momo. All right. It said, Dwight says, is it true every refund will be less this year? Yeah. Especially if you have kids. Good question, Dwight. So I don't know if you guys have seen the numbers, but the numbers for child tax credit and earned income tax credit, they have been lowered. So what I am noticing, and also dependent care credit, what I am noticing is that it is about $2,600 less per dependent. So some of you, when y'all got y'all tax quotes, y'all are saying, my taxes was more last year. You're right. The IRS has already told you. Shamika has already told you that coming up this tax season, it was going to be smaller. And it's for a reason, because the IRS knew that they were going to use the numbers from 4 years ago, 2019. So they're not even using current numbers, which is why a lot of you are experiencing smaller refunds. All right. And let me couple that with the fact that y'all aren't paying any taxes. How many of y'all are gone exempt? A lot. What number? Oh, the number for IRS. If anybody wants to know, and again, you can do it off my TikTok. Yeah, I just made the video. It is posted. 1-800-829 1040. Somebody on TikTok, write that for me. 800-829-1040. I already posted it on here for you guys on YouTube and Facebook. Okay. But 800-829-1040. But if you want to know the way to get through with my hack, get the video. Okay. I posted it on my TikTok. If you ain't following me, then that's your fault. Okay. So you need to, so that you can go on and get through to those people. And I called at 3:00 in the afternoon, and y'all know the IRS is always busy around that time. Now you can just get right on through. Okay. You're welcome. All right. Hey, Christopher. Hey, Genteria. Okay. So yes, their tax refunds are much smaller this year. Now, I don't know if any of y'all have experienced that already, but you probably have, especially if you have kids. You probably have already seen that your returns are smaller. Thank y'all for typing that in. It says, yes, mine already, and mine was low this year, about $2,000 less. I'm just thankful. I'm telling you, some people have told me, girl, as long as I'm not owing. And let me tell y'all something about that. I know y'all don't want to owe when it comes to paying your taxes, okay? But this is to everybody who, first of all, if you do not have kids, we got to separate you from the people that do have kids. So let's talk about the people that do not have kids. If you do not have kids, you should make sure that you are not exempt, because you need to pay taxes. And the reason why, Not because Amazon and Donald Trump and all those rich people don't pay taxes. You need to pay taxes because you're gonna owe. There's no way around it. Okay. If y'all look at my stories, even on TikTok, on Facebook, I had somebody, they made $52,000 for the year, but they only paid $600 in taxes. You think that person owed? Absolutely, they did. Okay. So we can't do that. So y'all gonna have to learn to adjust your W-4. And if you do not understand how to adjust your W-4, hit me up, okay? Because a lot of you are going to find that you're going to start owing from here on out until they change the W-4. I don't know how many of you have noticed, but you can't take any exemptions. So you have to, the way the new W-4 form is set up for you to put the exact dollar amount that you're supposed to pay in taxes and nothing more and nothing less. There are no, I'm going to take 2 exemptions or 3 because I got 3 kids. You can't do that anymore. That has been changed, which is why so many of you are stressing y'all tax preparers out because they trying to help you get a return, but you shouldn't get one because you didn't even pay no taxes. Okay. Now, for the people with kids, if you have kids, I understand you may not want to pay taxes, but you too cannot go exempt. But you can keep in mind that at least with your children, you're at least going to get anywhere from $2,000 to $3,000 back a child. So if you wanted to pay less on your taxes, at least when it came time for you to pay them back at tax time, your children would eat up that negative balance that you have. So you don't have to pay your full amount right throughout the year because your kids will get you some money back, at least to eat that up. But if you're single and you have no dependents, you have nothing to come back to you to eat that debt up or that deficit up. Okay. If you guys want to know how much you should pay in your taxes, I'm not talking to a lot of 6-figure earners in here. I pray that everybody reaches that amount. But on average, and even 650, even people who have 6 figures, you should at least you should at least pay 10% of your salary. So if you don't know what you're making right now, that's cool. Look at what you made last year and you need to pay 10% of that. And when you figure out what that 10% is, divide that by how many times you get paid a year. If you get paid every 2 weeks, it's 26 times. Yeah. And if you get paid on the 1st and the 15th, it's 24 times. Okay. So, and that's what you need to put on that W-4 so that you can at least break even, meaning you don't get a refund, but you also don't owe. All right. So that's the quick and easy way to explain to y'all how to do the W-4. If that went over your heads, y'all can hit me up. The link is in the bio. Okay. All right. Elizabeth says, why are they asking if we were in a disaster area? Don't see them giving any money for it. So the reason that they're asking if you were in a disaster area is because, and you'll find that the IRS gives people who are in certain disaster areas different times to file their taxes. So they could be asking for that reason. Or if any one of you took out money from your retirement, which a lot of people did, if you pulled your money out to repair something for a disaster, they would give you a break and not charge you the 10% penalty that they charge you when you pull your money out early. So there's a reason that they're asking. They ain't asking just to get in your business. They're asking because they're trying to see if you can get a credit or not. Okay. So that is the one of the 2 reasons. All right. So I know that if somebody has if there's a storm tomorrow in a certain place, the IRS would tell them that you don't have to file by April. You can file later on. But if they're asking in the middle of your tax refund, it's probably because you use a form and they want to know if they should not penalize you or not. Okay. Good, Anna. Good question, Elizabeth. It says, if I made too much to qualify for the child tax credit, is there a way to qualify? Lie on your income. Okay, so that's another thing. A lot of y'all don't know that you can make too much money for the child tax credit. You can also make too much money for the earned income tax credit. And the only way you're gonna change that is you basically gonna have to lie and say you made less money. But why do that when you got tax documents that say something else? So if you if you're overqualified for the credit, you just can't get it. There's not anything that you can do. Now, if you're married and y'all choose to file separate, maybe you could do it that way, depending on which credit it is and who's claiming the child. But it's going to be difficult if you make too much money. All right. Hey, Carlos. Carlos says, how long will it take to get it back from the time you do it? If you file your taxes normally and you don't have any kids, you'll have it in 21 days. If you have kids, you won't get it until February 15th. If it's an amendment, you won't get it until anywhere between 12 weeks and 20 weeks, which means you won't get it until the summertime. So that really depends on your situation. Okay. Hey, Shay. Let's see. Christopher says, no, excuse me. Starlight says, how do we get the college 1099 interest form if we have not received it? First, there is no 1099 interest form for college. What you mean is 1098T, as in Tom. If you don't see it in your campus email or your school email, pick up that phone and call your financial aid department. Now, mind you, they have until January 31st. So they have until tomorrow to deliver all your tax documents. Shamika didn't say that. The government said that, okay? If you haven't gotten it by then, that's when you pick up the phone and say, hey, it's past the 31st. I need my tax documents so I can file taxes, okay? So it is a 1098T form. So that you can get that from the school that shows your scholarships, your tuition. And then if you paid anything on student loans, which y'all didn't, you would get one of those forms too, but nobody paid any student loan. Okay. Let me see. I know that's right. Jail. Okay. It says, can a 19-year-old with no kids get the earned income tax credit? A 19-year-old with no kids, if the 19-year-old worked and they filed themselves, they can get the earned income tax credit. Let me explain, because we do this every week, but I want y'all to get it because there's a lot of y'all are parents with kids. If a parent is going to claim a child and the child is also going to claim that they worked, only one person gets the earned income tax credit. If you, the parent, are going to claim the child as a dependent, the child needs to file first, and they need to check the box saying that somebody else can claim me as a dependent on their taxes. What that tells the IRS is to give whoever claims that child, them, the earned income tax credit. So if you're the parent claiming the child, you would get the earned income tax credit, not them. But if they don't check the box saying that they can be claimed by somebody, the earned income tax credit goes to the child. So y'all have to make that decision, okay? Do you not? Because some parents don't want their children to have that extra $500 or whatever that amount is. Some of them say, no, I want it. So you got to make that determination. So yes, they can get it, but it depends on who's filing that child, okay? All right, says, what if you didn't receive one of your stimulus? If you didn't receive one of your stimulus, you need to hurry up because you are running out of time. You get 3 years to claim a refund. And when you filed your back taxes, one of the questions should have been, did you get your stimulus? And if you said no, it already put it into your tax refund. So if you don't have your stimulus, you either did not file or your tax preparer did not show you that it was included in your refund. Okay. Let's see. Christopher says, what do you think about the fake registered nurse diploma being bought? I think that it's genius. Okay. So first of all, it's genius because the individuals who can go to a fake nursing school, and I don't know if you guys heard about this, but it was 3 schools. And let me tell you, y'all know I'm gonna do a YouTube video on it because it actually was more than these 3 schools. It was actually more schools. What I don't understand is, I know we off topic for taxes, but hold on. The government had already shut down schools that were selling fake diplomas. There are places that are called diploma mills that will give you fake degrees, this has been happening, okay? Believe me, it's been happening. I was in the military and I know a lot of people that bought fake bachelor degrees, master's degrees, and associate degrees, okay? The reason why this is an issue is because these individuals are going out and working in the medical field. I do think it's smart that somebody who's never went to school can go and sit and take that RN test and actually pass it. So kudos to them. But it's sad because because these people are African-American, and now they're going to go to jail, prison. And these people who had these nice 6-figure paying jobs as RNs are now unemployed. So it was neat because they're smart to be able to pass it, but it's sad because now you got to start all over again. And some of them ain't going to have an opportunity to start over the way they want to. But good question, Chris. Thank you. It says, can I just save for it next year for my baby for filing his taxes? He just turned 17. I don't understand what you mean. Hold on. I need to go back and see. Hold on, y'all. Let me see. Somebody says, evening, is there a minimum amount you need to gross in order to file? It depends. If you work a W-2 job, any amount that you gross, you should file taxes, especially if you pay taxes. If you're self-employed and you use the Schedule C, you have to have $400 to be able to do that. Somebody says, how is the 1099-C claim? There is no 1099-C claim. There is a 1099-C form. The 1099-C form is for individuals like you who call to pay off your creditors. And you say, hey, I know my medical bill is $1,000, but I ain't got it. Okay, I got 300. Will y'all take it? And they'll say, yeah, we're going to take it. And we're going to close this debt out. But what they don't tell you is they're going to send you a bill for the $700. And that $700 bill is going to be on the 1099-C. So if you receive that, remember I tell y'all every week, any form that begins with 10 is going to the IRS. So that 1099 form, please put it in. Why? Because they're going to send it to the IRS anyway. So the IRS knows if you're not adding forms or you're skipping tax documents because it's already in your IRS profile. So if you have not registered, you can go and see what they see, and you should want to go and see what they see. So when you get that 1099-C, that is a cancellation of debt, and it will be added to your income as income. It's not earned income, but it's income. So it will lower, if you owe taxes, you're going to owe some more, okay? Basically. You should not get one if you got out of school. If you just got your student loans dismissed, you should not get one. And if you do not have to put that in. You can call the federal student aid to verify, but this came from them. You do not have to put it in because it's in the American Rescue Plan. It was the CARES Act, one of them. Because you guys know that they're wiping out these loans for everybody. So you do not have to do it. You do not have to add a 1099-C if you get one for college, only for creditors. Okay. Liz says, I need your assistance with my W-4. I have an 18-year-old dependent and was claiming head of household, but made too much money for EIC. All right, Liz, well, hit me up. You on Facebook? I definitely can help you do that. Hey, Felicia. All right, it says, hi, I just joined. I was a single stay-at-home mom all year, but I was able to get child tax. It says, mom all year, but I still be. Well, are you asking, will you still be able to get the child tax credit? Everybody asked me that. Let me just tell y'all. Because y'all know I'm not going to lie. I'm just going to tell you, all right? You can get money back from your kids if you did not work, but you will have to claim income under self-employment. Okay? That's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to say no more, but that's what I'm going to say. Now, whether you do it or whether it's right or whether it's wrong, you got to sleep with that. But yes, you can do that because people do it all the time. All right? It says, Unique says, yes, she works and I couldn't claim her. So, okay, let me keep going. If I missed something, okay, so if she lives on her own, then no, you cannot claim her because she is not your dependent. Let's see. A Big Momo, I know you're talking to all these people over here, but you can't be cross-talking to my customer because I'll be looking at your messages and I'll be messing them up. So I appreciate if you did not, and don't do that. So I can't be going. Sorry, y'all, I hit the thing off. All right, so we talked about the PATH Act. Oh, let me tell y'all too. If you have a payment plan in and you want to know if they're going to take your refund, they are. Okay, the only way the IRS will not take your tax refund and you owe them is it's okay, Big Momo. It just make it hard for me to read it across the thing. I appreciate everything. I can make you a moderator if you want to. What was I going to say? So if you file bankruptcy, they won't take it. If you have a hardship, now let me tell y'all, the hardship has to already have been put in and accepted. But more than likely, if you have a hardship and you're getting a refund, they're gonna take it. So a lot of y'all ask me about, I'm on a payment plan. Will they not take my refund? They're gonna take it. Okay, they're definitely gonna take it because they want to be paid first. All right. So bankruptcy really is the only way that they won't touch your refund. But when you file bankruptcy, they just hold it. And you may or may not get that back. Okay. So I haven't seen too many people get it back. They just hold it. And then you have to wait until the whole process is over to find out what they're going to do with it at the end. So don't count on that either. Okay. So Miss Momo, you can, what? Can you answer my question? I did not see your question, Melania's beauty bar. So I apologize. You can ask it again if you want to. It says my 1099-C was from a fake account and creditor. I have to a fake account, I have to dispute from my credit. Um, if you got a 1099-C from a company that is not legit, I would check. I would probably contact the IRS about that, because you don't want them to assume that you're not adding income when you should. I would probably just go to the local office and find out what they want you to do, because you may just if it's not a real 1099-C and somebody's making up something and sending it to you, you may have to get a police report just so you can cover yourself. So don't just arbitrarily not claim it just because it's not real, because it could be somebody sold the company and changed the name. So find out before you do anything. If not, hit me up. Thank you. Oh, that's right. Mo says y'all like the video. Y'all know I be forgetting to do all of that. So y'all like the video and share it and tag your friends. Speaking of friends, I got some horrible news the other day, but I have to bring this up because people are passing. Okay. I just wanted to say that if someone in your family or someone that you know it passes away, they're no longer here, you still can claim their taxes. Okay. I know a lot of people don't have wills, but if they don't have a will, unfortunately, you're gonna have to go through the court first to become the administrator of the individual's estate. But please don't forget, in the process of planning and grieving and all of that, that you still can file an individual who's passed. You can file taxes for them. That does include a baby that was born stillborn. Okay. As long as they are issued a social security number, you can file them on your taxes. Or if it's someone that's an adult and they're on their own, you can go and file their taxes for them. Okay. Thank you, Shantae. I appreciate that. So yes, so please make sure that you guys are aware of that. All right. Let me see. So does anybody need the number to check to see if y'all owe any debts? Let me give it to you now. 800 304 3107. So if you want to call to check to see if you owe any money to the Treasury, if you want to see if the IRS is going to take any money, student loans, anything, that's the number, 800 304 3107. Please call, put your social in, and they will tell you if you owe them any money. Okay. All right. Let me keep going. Who had, okay. Yes, I did have a live on Wednesday, Miss Darylyn. Yes, I did. And I'm gonna post it to YouTube this week. It says, if I had self-employed income but not an LLC, should I still file taxes? Yeah, of course. I mean, now you're gonna have to now because you done told us you made money. So yes, if you made money from self-employed income, and you don't have an LLC, yes, you still have to file. And you know what? That's so funny because I put that on my list to explain to y'all because I want y'all to understand the difference between being self-employed and then employed by somebody. Now, y'all already know if you're employed by somebody, you get a W-2. But if you're self-employed, you do a 1099. If you get a 1099, or if you are your own business owner, if you own an LLC, you also would get a 1099. Okay. Or if you have employees that work for your LLC, you issue them a 1099. I want y'all to understand that a lot of people are hiring 1099 employees, but then telling them to come to work. You can't do that. A 1099 is an independent contractor. They set their own time. If you are working for somebody and they're giving you a 1099 as your tax document, but they also tell you what time to come to work, that is wrong. I didn't say that. The IRS said that. And if you are not clear on the differences of what you can and cannot do with a 1099 person versus a W-2, you need to understand, because you could run into problems later. Okay. It says, can you speak on the money you get to pay for college, $6,500? What do you mean the money? Can you speak on the money you get to pay for college? What money you get to pay for college, Nicola? Are you talking about the American Opportunity Credit or lifelong credit? What money are you talking about? Or are you talking about Joe Biden? Let me know. It says, when should I expect your 1099-R? When should you expect your 10? All tax documents should be to you by January 31st. A 1099-R should have been one of the first ones they send out, usually because those companies, They're retirement management companies. They usually send those out first. But if you haven't gotten it by tomorrow, then you need to call, or Wednesday, you need to call and let them know. It says, wow, miss that you get. Sorry, it's okay, Miss Darlene. It wasn't on YouTube, but I am gonna post it. I tried to put it on YouTube, but it didn't come up. It says, regarding unemployment, is it realistic to owe $5,000 if you didn't deduct taxes 20 and 21 year? Unemployment is always 10%. So if they say you owe $5,000, did you receive $50,000? So you got to ask yourself that question, because unemployment is a straight 10%. So did you get $50,000 in between those 2 years? And if you did, then $5,000 is about right. Now, I don't know if they added on any fees like late fees or interest, but it's always 10%. Okay. Thank you, Girl Chronicles. Let's see. All right, you don't see the child tax credit. All right, so let me get to this. So the child tax credit, y'all know I have to bring my phone out. Because I actually want to talk about this dependent care credit. What y'all do not know, let me get to this real quick while I look it up. For the dependent care credit, okay, just so you know, it is not just for kids who are in school. If you have a dependent, say you have an older child that is on Social Security disability, if you pay for somebody to watch her or him, you can still claim the dependent care credit. Same thing if your spouse is ill or unable to take care of themselves and you pay someone to watch them while you go look for work or while you're doing whatever you got to do in the furtherance of your career, you can put that down. So a lot of you might be missing out on getting your child independent care credit because you didn't know that you could add those extra things. So please, I hope y'all didn't file too soon. Yeah, we're only in the second week now. But just so you know, all right. Let's see. It is. So do you want to know the amounts for child tax credit? Is that what you're asking me? Okay. Hold on. Let me pull it up. So if you have no kids, it is 500. Hold on. Wait. This is here. For the earned income tax credit, it says taxpayers with no children receive roughly around $1,500. It says now they get a maximum of $530 in 2022. I want to make, this is the right one. So $530. Okay, so it went down $1,000. Okay, and that is for the earned income tax credit, but that's just if you got no kids. Now, for the child and dependent care credit, it says that it went to a maximum of $2,100 versus $8,000. So y'all have to remember, it's a lot. It's dependent care credit, earned income tax credit, and child tax credit. So they each have different amounts, but they've all went down versus what they were last year. That's why y'all returns were so big last year. Okay. Let me see. Is there a difference between? Yes, there is a difference between child tax credit, EIC. Yes, they're all different. Child tax credit is a credit you get for someone who is golly, I have to look at it on the 1040 form. Hold on, because I want to say it right. The child tax credit, hold on, because I want to say it the right way. Okay, hold on. I'm going to tell y'all. Hold on, wait a minute, because I want to give it to you right. Okay, so it says, I don't really want to have to go into this. It's going to be a lot to try to explain what it is. Okay, just know if y'all need to ask me offline, we can. But all of these are really refundable tax credits, and they give you a break. So you got your child tax credit, your earned income tax credit, and then you got the child and dependent care credit. Okay, those are the main three refundable credits. Those are the main three credits that have you guys get money back. Single people with no kids can still get earned income tax credit. Okay, they don't get child tax credit, and if you get the dependent care, that's only if you have a dependent that qualifies. All right, and it has to be. And if you do have a dependent to qualify, you wouldn't be a single person. You would fall under the head of household people. Okay, so let me keep going. It says, do I need to make a certain amount to receive the child tax credit? The child tax credit, all of those credits go off a percentage of your income. Yes, to qualify. Yes, you do. You have to make, but it depends. It's all different. So I don't want to say one amount because they have different brackets for single people and for married people. If y'all need me to tell y'all where to look, y'all can easily go into Google, and I'm not being funny, and you can just put in the child tax credit publication, and it will bring up the IRS publication that will tell you everything you need to know about these credits. The same way I can say these things back to you is because I look at them quite a bit because I have to answer a lot of questions. Same thing with earned income tax credit and same with dependent care credit. Okay, so let me explain something. I'm on the dependent care credit. It says that for the dependent care credit, for one child, it has to be no more than $3,000. And for two or more, $6,000. So far, a lot of y'all that have been sending me y'all tax documents so we can fill out form 2441 for the child for your dependent care credit. A lot of you haven't even met $3,000 in child care expenses. Why? Because majority of you use government assistance or you use employer assistance. So some of you don't even ever meet that threshold minimum. Okay, so 3,000 for one child, 6,000 for two or more. That is the total expenses that you can write off to for the dependent and care credit, but excuse me, child and dependent care credit. But again, a lot of you don't even meet that much. Okay, so that is why some people are saying, well, how much I'm gonna get when y'all put in the stuff for my kids to go to school, and it doesn't give you more money. That's because, excuse me, that is why, because you didn't even meet the minimum of the expense threshold. Okay, says if a person is unemployed but had kids pay your bills, do you still have to file? If a person is unemployed but had kids pay your bills, I'm not understanding what that means. If you're unemployed and kids pay your bills, so if you're unemployed and you have no income to file, then you don't have to file. No, but I will tell you, I did write this down. Okay, I wrote this down because this just happened. There is a lady that this happened in Tampa. I posted on my page. She is on Social Security disability. And y'all know, y'all ask me all the time, I'm on Social Security disability. Do I have to file? And what I always tell y'all, yes, please file. You need to file just because you want to see if somebody stole your Social Security number. Now, it's a doggone shame. You got to find out if you've been a victim of identity theft that way. But there are people who really find out that they are victims of identity theft because they've been on Social Security disability so long, they have no use to use their Social Security number with the IRS. But this lady happened to file taxes, and she's been on disability for a minute. Come to find out, she can't even get her money because her refund, I guess, went to another account. So obviously this person must have access or they know a lot about how they were able to call and change some stuff. But she found out that somebody's been filing under her social for years while she's been sitting on disability. Now, why didn't the IRS or Social Security pick that up? I don't know. I can't say. And systems obviously don't talk to each other. So I'm letting you know, if you are on disability or you know somebody that is on disability, even if they don't pay taxes, they should file and send in a paper return so that at least you can find out if somebody been using your number. Okay? Crazy to find out that way, but that is the way this lady found out. It says, so is it true they are releasing payments for those who filed children after the 15th? Yes, ma'am, Simone. I said that first. That was the first thing I said when I came on live. The PATH Act does not end until February 15th. The government they make y'all wait because they're trying to verify that these are your children's, okay? And a lot of credits have not been put in place and are not active to pay y'all. So they make you wait those extra couple weeks until they become active, and then you do it. And if you're a tax preparer, you know what I mean, because there are some forms you can put in that'll say, hey, this form is not ready yet. So you guys have to wait because it's not ready to pay y'all yet. Okay. But after the 15th, yes, ma'am. Kamaria says, hey, I really need a consultation. I owe taxes. My credit is a mess and I need some advice on the second income. I swear I need a whole life overhaul. Bam. And guess what? That is what your girl do. Okay. I'm very, very good at that. Okay. I wish I could overhaul my life, but as long as I'm able to help somebody else, that is fine. And let me tell you why I'm good at helping y'all. Okay. And yes, you can share and like and tag and all that good stuff. Why? Because I'm not emotionally tied to your problems. Plus, I know what I'm talking about. So when we talk, at least you're going to get good enough advice so that we can help lead you in a direction of which you need to go. People have bad credit these days. It's okay. It ain't no shame. You know how many bankruptcies I'm doing tonight? 3 of them. And they don't take long, but I'm doing 3 of them. Why? Because these individuals realize that I don't have time to be burdened down with this debt and I want to start over. So there ain't no shame if that is your situation. Okay. So if you need a consultation, and it's for anybody, please hit the link in the bio. Your girl is building. Okay. I'm building. So please just go to the link in the bio. The website is finally up and running again. And we'll talk. No problem. Liz says, what is the amount limit to claim head of household? There is not an amount or a limit to claim head of household. I think you guys are confusing standard deduction. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have a tax class and I'm gonna go over these forms and these terms for y'all because y'all are missing the mark. And that's probably because y'all tax person ain't talking the same way that I'm talking because they're probably not using the same amount. But y'all do need to understand what a standard deduction is. And the standard deduction is the dollar amount that the IRS says that you can earn that they will not tax you on. And for head of household, it's like 18,000 and something. Okay, so if you make 19,000, they're gonna tax you on whatever a dollar over the standard deductions. They have one for single, married filing separate, and a widow and a head of household. Okay. All right. It says, do I still have time to amend my taxes from 2020? My son was not listed as a dependent. 2020 was done in 21. Yes, you do. Okay. But you have to, let me tell you, if y'all got any amendments for 2020, you gotta get it done by April 18th this year. Because if you do not, and listen to me, ma'am, if you do not, you will not get that money. Okay. And the earned income tax credit and child tax credit was more. So if you leave that money on the table, I'm gonna be mad at you. Okay. So please make sure you amend their taxes and go get your money. Minus whatever interest they charge you, which should not be that much. Okay. Let me keep going. It says independent contractor delivery companies won't give 1099K unless earn 200 deliveries and 20K. That is exactly right. But what they do give you is, now they're right. They don't have to issue you a 1099K, the IRS says, but they do have a printout. And I know that because I've done Amazon, Walmart, Grubhub, Ship. I can name them. I know somebody, she work all of them. Okay. And she doesn't have a 1099. What she has is that printout, especially on Uber and Lyft. They give you a printout of what you earned. They already done took out your expenses and taxes. And then they tell you, they also tell you what you made in tips. So just because you did not get one does not mean you do not add that income, because you will be getting a knock. Well, you ain't gonna get a knock at your door, but you will probably get a letter in the mail. So I think you're confusing your 1099K with independent contractor delivery, because independent contractors should just get a 1099 miscellaneous or a 1099 NEC. A 1099K is for people who use Swipe. So if you're a business owner and you use Square, Stripe, PayPal, whatever you use as your payment, a 1099K will come to you if you had $20,000 in sales and 200 transactions. If you have anything over that, they will send you your 1099K and you get to put it in. Now, if you made $19,999 in sales and you had 198 transactions, that is $19,998 you do not have to claim on your taxes. And you know what's so crazy about this? I've been telling y'all this for 5 years. So some of y'all could be rich right now because you didn't even have to claim that income on your taxes for years. But now they're going to change it. So this year, they watch it, okay? And come January 2024, it don't matter if you made 200 transactions or 20K in sales. You only need $600 in transactions, and that's it. They don't care about swipes no more. All of that went away, okay? So unfortunately, y'all had until last year to rack up, because it ain't happening no more after December 31st, 2022. Okay. It said my 1099-C was from a creditor who, boy, an old credit card bill I had dispute from my credit report. All right. So I think I understand. So if you disputed something from your credit and it's no longer there, I'm hoping I'm saying this right, and they sent you a 1099, that does not mean that you don't owe it. Okay. So what you have to do is, if they send you a 1099, you have to verify the validity of that debt that they say that you owe. And if they are sending you a 1099, that means you paid them something. They wouldn't send it if you didn't pay it. So maybe I'm not understanding you, Jewel Lewis, but I hope I answered it right. But if not, please hit me up. I will get you the best answer, because I'm not understanding. Kamari says, do you know about people getting 19 to 29K? I'm about to set up consults. We definitely did talk. You my type of girl. Thanks. I hope you're not talking about ERC, because the only people that's getting that kind of money back is for employment retention credit. And I hope ain't nobody doing it, because nobody on here should have enough employees to be able to do employee retention. Some of y'all maybe on TikTok, but for most of y'all, I know y'all here on Facebook, and none of y'all, if from my recollection, should have enough employees to do employee retention credit. Okay, so but we can talk about it. It says, wait, so should I have waited to file? For what, Simone? Because of the, let's see, payments for those. No, you don't have to wait to file. If you've already filed, you wait until the 15th. But I always tell people to wait. There's no reason. I mean, I understand people are hurting, but the laws, anything could change. So I always wait like a month before I tell people to start putting it in, just because things change all the time. All right, Nicole says, a few weeks ago, you spoke about getting money for college and not having to pay it back. Getting money for college and not having to pay it back. Hold on now, Nicola. You got me thinking now. When did I say getting money for college and not have to pay it back? I'm going to think on that. I'm trying to think when I said that. I probably did, but if I said it, it's real, unless you misheard me. But I'm trying to think. Is there a difference? Hey, Dorothy, is there a difference between child tax credit and EIC credit? Yes, there is a difference. Do I need, okay, I answered these. Hold on. If a person is unemployed, but okay, I answered that one. Social Security sent me a statement, $4,000. Can I file it on disability? If Social Security sent you a statement, they're probably sending you your annual statement, letting you know how much you claim. I mean, how much you've been paid. I don't see anything wrong with filing your regular 1040 and just putting on there that, yes, I did get my $4,000, because basically filing taxes is acknowledging that what people paid you and what they told the IRS they paid you, all you're doing is acknowledging that that is correct. Okay, so you should file your taxes, because you don't want people filing stuff that ain't true. Okay. Oh, Pell Grant. Thank you, Elizabeth. All right. Because that's the only money I can think of that you don't have to pay back. Nicola, are you talking about the Pell Grant money? And if you are, I know y'all done been seeing those things from Joe Biden saying that 20 million people applied for the student loan forgiveness and 16 million people got it, and then they stopped it. Okay, so y'all may have saw those articles. I'm just letting y'all know, and y'all can check out my YouTube video. I already did a video on this. That ain't never gonna happen, guys. That if you didn't get your borrower's defense, if you didn't get your loans wiped out that way, you're not going to get them wiped out by this Joe Biden student loan forgiveness. It's just not going to happen. It was dumb for him to do it the way he did it. It's not even something that he could use based the premise that he's using it on doesn't even fit everybody. So I can see why people saying it's unconstitutional. Okay. So whether I agree or not, it's not for me to say, but I think that it's never going to pass. It's just sad, okay, that so many people got excited and it didn't happen. And if you try to go to the website now, you'll see that they won't even let you do anything. So you can't do nothing. And Pell Grant, yes, you're getting money for school and you don't pay that back. Do you need to file? Yes, absolutely, Liz. If you got a 1099-R, you definitely need to file it on your taxes. Remember what I said, any form starts with 10 is sent to the IRS. So they know about this. And that's your retirement money. So you pull money out of your retirement early, the IRS is definitely looking to get their 10%. So if you did not file that 1099-R, you need to immediately, because you're basically saying, hey, I took money and I know I didn't pay you, IRS, but I'm not. They will send you a letter. I can promise you on the 1099-R. Okay. It says, are you still doing classes? Yes, I have not put out my new classes for this year. I am trying to see what I think will be beneficial for y'all because things are changing. So let me finish on this list real quick. If you're from Florida and you're a homeowner, please, I just did it today because the portal just opened. If you're a homeowner in Florida, the My Safe Florida Homeowner Program, it is they give you up to $10,000 in a grant. You have to, of course, come up with a certain portion, okay? So they're not just giving money, but what they are doing is they're giving you $2 for every $1 that you put up. So if you put up 5, they put up 10. You put up less, they put up less. But what I like about the program is you go sign up, you got to have insurance. They'll come out, inspect your house, and tell you what you need. Okay. And based off of what you need, they're going to see what you can come up with. And then they're going to tell you what they can come up with and get your house fixed. Now, let me tell you why I think they're doing it. Because if you're in Florida, you have probably gotten a letter telling you that your insurance is being canceled. And if you haven't, be prepared. You're probably going to get one telling you that you have to go find somebody else. But guess who we have? We have Citizens, and it's not a good insurance company. Okay. Let me say that. Not the best, or it's definitely not high rated. And it is a state plan. Now, y'all know state plans is just like welfare. It's okay. Now, what that means to you is if something happens and you have insurance, you know you can't call FEMA because you got homeowners insurance. So if your home still gets trashed and you have citizens and they don't cover everything, you're going to be mad, especially because you live in Florida and we get hit a lot. Please like that, because I know I just spoke some gospel on that TikTok. So what I'm telling you is please be proactive, something that a lot of people are not. Call and get your appointment set up so that they can fix your house up, so you don't have to wait until your house is toe up and the citizens come back and say they don't have no money to pay for it. Now, this is a grant, which means when the money runs out, it's gone. So the sooner you get to do it, the sooner the better. Thank you, Dwight. 10 minutes left. Okay, you didn't take it. So a 1099R is going to be for your retirement. So if you didn't, yeah, that's what a 1099R is. So I don't know why you would get one if you didn't. Okay, let me see. All right. Oh, if you need an IP pin, that identity theft pin, the IRS did change something. You can get it online this year. Okay, all you need to do is just go to their website and you can get your pin immediately. I hope y'all know y'all login information so that you can get it. And you cannot use the same pin 2 years in a row now. You can only use it 1 year. So now they're back to the regular once a year pin. Okay, they changed it during COVID, but now they're back to the once a year. So if you don't have your pin, you can go and get it online. If you can't do it, then you can try to verify over the phone. And then if you can't do that, you're going to have to go in front of somebody. So please do that, because a lot of y'all tax refunds are being held up because you don't have your information. All right. Let me see. Yes, you can get EIC and child tax credit. Can you claim tax for an elderly parent? Yes, if you're taking care of them and they're on, if they don't work or they're on some type of Social Security. If your parent gets a pension, no, you cannot. But if they're getting like Social Security, yes, you can. Let's see. Yes, you can claim your mom. Can my taxes be amended from 2020? Yes, I answered that already. Let's see. Okay, I don't have the file and not on Social Security benefits. Yes. All right. So I think I'm gonna see if y'all got anything else. Let me see. All right, I want to go over something before I make this video, and then I'm gonna let y'all go because I thought this was kind of neat. Okay, so y'all know I'm always talking about how it's important that y'all stay on top of the information that people know about you, and it is very, very true. So I found out last night that when y'all have y'all medical insurance, when y'all sign up for these insurance plans, part of the reason, hey Cassie, part of the reason they give you a high quote or a low quote is because they look at your lifestyle. Okay, now y'all know I'm all about talking about this privacy stuff that we have no privacy about. But I would love you guys to go and look up the Medical Insurance Bureau. Okay, so the Medical Insurance Bureau, basically, now you can go and get your free report. You can get it every year, but you should know what is in your medical. It's not going to tell all your business so that for you, but other people like your insurance companies, they are able to see things like, again, homosexual. They'll look at some of your blood tests. Now, y'all know it's HIPAA, right? So they can't say he came in for this or she came in for this, but they can see your labs. And it's easy to know when somebody's getting tested or doing an STD panel, okay? It's not hard to tell. So the Medical Insurance Bureau, you can go and get your free report so that you can see what is in your files about you. That makes people make decisions when you get things like medical insurance. And it's crazy because they look at your whole lifestyle to make determinations on the type of person that you are, and they give you a rating, whether you're a high-risk person or a low-risk person. So I was looking at that because some people may find that they can't get insurance, or their insurance rates are high, which is why we have the healthcare.gov, this Obamacare, to help people out. So if there's something in your records that you don't like that should not be there, you guys can request that they don't give out your information. But here's what they say in the fine print. If you request that they block your information and don't give it out, you will get denied for a lot of things when you try. Okay, so anything that has to pull your benefits or to look your history, you may have an issue. Now, if y'all somebody that's in and out of the hospital a lot, you may not want to do that, or you may not care. But I just want you guys to look up the Medical Insurance Bureau. I did find that to be very neat. I'm going to do a longer video on it on YouTube to tell y'all everything, because they be all in our business, y'all. They know about your prescriptions. Man, I'm telling you, they know about your lab test. They know about everything. So if you're out there running wild, just know somebody knows. Not only God see what you're doing, but so do these people too. Okay. So, okay, my email is shamikasaves@gmail.com. Okay. So shamikasaves@gmail.com, or you can hit the link in the bio. Okay. Amy said, do you think Sweet versus Cardona case will go through on the 15th of February? If you aren't answering time. Oh, no, no, no. Oh, honey, you are Miss Amy, you are late. Sweet versus Cardona has already been passed. The Sweet lawsuit is the lawsuit that is getting all of you guys' borrower defense claims dismissed. So the Sweet lawsuit is the lawsuit that is Department of Education has now granted 200 some odd schools for you guys to get your money, your student loans wiped out, and in some cases for you to get your money back. So that is not the lawsuit that you're talking about. The lawsuit that you're talking about for February 15th is the one with Biden and the Supreme Court. I do not think that's going to pass. Not at all. We are already $31 trillion in debt. I don't know where we're going to get the rest of this money to do this from. Okay. And if we do this, I feel sorry for how much our eggs and milk and juice are going to cost. Okay. Because we're already in inflation now. It's going to be worse. All right. So, but the Sweet versus Cardona lawsuit is already passed. And if you have not, there is a list of 200 schools that you can get your loans wiped out and or get your money back. Donna says, right, for that reason, they came up with these kinds of plans. I'm telling you, that's why they got those plans on the Obamacare, because they know that people cannot afford insurance, all because they're looking at what's in your medical insurance bureau file. I'm just saying, y'all, check it out. Just to be correct, the PIN the taxpayer used last year is not, yes, it's not good for this year. If you try to use a PIN from last year, it will reject and tell you must use a current year PIN. Thank you, Amy. No problem. Dwight said I got 1 minute. All right, let me see if anybody asks me anything else. Thank you, Big Momo. We're gonna talk so I can make you a moderator, honey, because you be helping me out. Do you have the house program? Anybody want to know about any type of living programs? All you gotta do is dial 211 and see what kind of money is out there for you. Can you claim grandchildren on your tax return? Yes, you can. Grandchildren, niece, nephew, cousin, parents, and that's about it. Okay. I hope they can see my Peloton subscription on my I'm telling you, y'all, I have pulled all my reports. I'm actually getting a nice little list together, because I'm gonna not only give y'all the 40 different credit bureaus that are out there, but there's more stuff that is out there, because these people be having all our information. I'm telling you, and this is no crazy. Even if you're a woman who's went to the ABORTION clinic, it is in your report somewhere. It may not show up for you to see, but it's in your clue report. It's in one of them. There's not clue report. It's in your clear report. Now, I'm going to say this and blow your mind, and then I'm going to go. Y'all know when y'all be at the airport and y'all see clear, people who pay to pass through the line to get through there, to get on the plane early, that same company is the same company selling your information to millions of people. Okay? They know everything about you. If you've been divorced, you've been married, when you get pulled over by the police, when they type information about you, you know who's giving them that information? Clear. So if you guys pay $70 or $80 to skip the line and clear, you basically have paid these people to verify all the information that they already knew about you. I ain't falling for it, and I don't want y'all to fall for it either. Standing that long behind line, I'm not paying these people to double check what they already know. Okay, so I'm gonna give y'all the info because it's out there, and these people are spying on us. Okay, so at least if they're gonna spy and they're gonna tell our business, our job is to make sure they are telling the right business. Okay. So Columbia Southern, I'm telling you, Columbia Southern is my school. So if anybody want to know where to go to get that cheap behind degree, it's not free, but it is true. It is cheap. The free school is called University of the People. The affordable school is called Columbia Southern University. Okay. So the free school is University of the People. If y'all don't believe me, you can go get an associate's, bachelor's, or a master's right from the school for free. And they are accredited by the Department of Education. The only way they make their money is you pay for your tests. Now, Columbia Southern is like, I think I went for a doctorate. I think my classes were like $700 a credit hour or something. They're cheap, but they also are accredited. So there you go with your 2 free schools and, well, not free schools, 1 free, 1 discounted, but they also can get you some student loan and Pell Grant. Okay. Yes, ma'am, Aquarius. It's the same thing with getting life insurance. Medical Insurance Bureau pulls your life insurance and your hospital insurance. So if y'all are not getting life insurance, that could be why. Go check it out. All right, so I'm going to let y'all go. See y'all on Wednesday. I'm gonna come back on Wednesday at 7 o'clock again, and then we'll just talk about whatever we want to talk about on Wednesday. Okay. Mondays are gonna be, try to strategically talk to y'all about what y'all need. So if y'all need anything, please the link in the bio. You want to go over your credit, you want to talk about your credit, you want to talk about your life, whatever. You just want to talk. Hit your girl up. Have a nice Monday and see y'all on Wednesday. God bless you all. I'll talk to you later. Bye. Bye, Dwight. Thank you. Yes, University of the People, Columbia Southern University. Bye, y'all. Let me type it here. Let me type it for y'all. And then I'm going to cut this off. But yeah, go visit both of them. Both are great schools. Bye, y'all.